From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. Ontario Premier Doug Ford says the premiers have congratulated Prime Minister Mark Carney on his restraint during yesterday's meeting with U.S. President Donald Trump. The Prime Minister briefed the premiers today on his apparently successful first in-person meeting at the White House. Ford says Carney is still committed to getting interprovincial trade barriers eliminated by Canada Day, and more provinces are coming on board. Ford says there's growing interest in signing memorandums of understanding to free up internal trade.
PEI, Saskatchewan, hopefully I just text Scott right now and said, hey, let's sign that deal. Even Danielle, we're texting back and forth, and she wants to sign an MOU too.
Ford says Canada's premiers will meet in person for meetings with the Prime Minister in Saskatchewan at the beginning of June. Police in northeastern Nova Scotia are scaling back their search for two young children believed to have wandered from their rural home late last week. Lily and Jack Sullivan were reported missing Friday morning, and Robert McCammon with the RCMP Major Crimes Division says they are preparing for the worst.
Based on the experts and the review of the facts, the inclement weather, the time frames, and their age, the likelihood that they're alive right now is very low.
The Mounties say there is no evidence that the 4- and 6-year-old siblings were abducted. Quebec is forcing grocery and convenience stores to better communicate their prices to shoppers. Justice Minister Simon Jolin Barrette says grocery retailers will have to include more info on their displays, like the price per unit of measure. The new rules also cover tipping, requiring tips to be calculated before tax, and banning merchants from suggesting tip percentages. A new court filing says several bids have been received for Hudson's Bay assets, but none of them from company insiders. An affidavit from HBC's chief financial officer says there were also no insider bids for its properties. That puts an end to any possibility of Hudson's Bay Governor and Executive Chairman Richard Baker regaining control of the business. Cardinals did not elect a pope on the first ballot today, resulting in a puff of black smoke from the chimney at the Sistine Chapel. The ritual to select a pope was recently highlighted by the movie Conclave.
The conclave begins now.
It also helped increase the ranks of armchair conclave experts by introducing viewers to the ancient selection process, albeit with a Hollywood twist. Experts say the film treats the gravity of a papal election with respect and accurately portrays many rituals, but Vatican experts warn Conclave the movie doesn't get everything right. That includes the secret Kabul cardinal from Afghanistan and a modern cardinal who pays for votes.
We're about to choose the most famous man in the world.
And 1.25 billion souls watching.
I'm Julie Walker.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Joseph Woll will get the start in goal for the Maple Leafs tonight in Game 2 of Toronto's second-round playoff series against Florida. Leafs captain Austin Matthews says the group believes in Woll's ability.
We've got a lot of confidence in him. He's extremely focused, does all the right things, and it's not easy getting just thrown into fire like that, but obviously tonight he'll be prepared and ready to go.
The best-of-7 series shifts to South Florida for Games 3 and 4 beginning Friday. Central Division rivals Winnipeg Jets and Dallas Stars will kick off a second-round NHL playoff series tonight in the Manitoba capital. The CFL has suspended Winnipeg Blue Bombers quarterback Zach Collaros 1 game for failing to respond to an off-season drug testing request. Salt Lake City's NHL team is now known as the Utah Mammoth. The franchise unveiled its permanent name after more than a year of fan input and voting. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.